Packed house here at Phoenix International Raceway. Not quite a Winston Cup crowd, but very definitely a full grandstand to see midgets, super modifieds, USAC Silver Crown cars, the Southwest Tour, and the super trucks. I'll show you what happened again. It looked as if the 9 car might have turned down underneath the car on the outside as this began and got into 15.
Okay, they make contact right here on the left rear corner. That sets it up and turns the car a little bit sideways, and then they make real contact now.
Now watch the cow car. There he goes.
Randy Olson there. He went the other way.
Oh. Craig Rodman must not have had a Pentium chip to tell him which way to move that computer car. Tough break as they put Rodman's car on the rollback. Tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time, the kickoff the 1995 NHRA season. The Chief Winter Nationals at Pomona, California. The same track where Kenny Bernstein went 314 miles an hour last year. And you'll see all that high-speed action tonight right here on TNN.
I don't even want to dream that fast, much less ever go that fast. 314 miles an hour. Can you imagine?
In a quarter of a mile.
In any kind of miles.
Yeah, right. Well, the 9 car will get back out. Doug Reno. There's Troy Beebe. Looks like he's made repairs to the Taco Bell number 63. Trying to get the lineup sorted out here as they put Rodman's car up on the truck.
I like a race like this where it's all green flag action and you don't count all this stuff when they ride around. I like racing to be racing and yellow flags to be something where they repair the damage.
One thing we talked about earlier was if you have one spin on this front straightaway, and we see it here, there are no single car incidents. This kid Jeff Crow, you remember, came to Tucson and in a last chance qualifying race made a last gasp, last ditch effort to get in the field that took his and Peterson's car out. He didn't make the show. And he came in here never having seen Phoenix, did a test day with Ron Hornaday here at Phoenix. He'd never been on a track bigger than Bakersfield, came in here and timed 6th fastest.
You know, talking about that, Mike, Ron Hornaday helped everybody in the garage area. I've never seen a guy that does as much work on other people's cars to get them up to the speed that he's running. Last night he helped a guy change the motor in his car to race against him today. I mean, this guy's a throwback from way back yonder where people really helped each other when they were down.
Pretty neat. And Jeff Crow, this is a name to watch too. He'll be off running the Northwest Tour. Well, the Surfer Dude car is back. Here's Sean Monroe is back. What do you say that engine was 19 years old?
19 years old, and the heads he figured had 18,000 miles on them.
Well, 250 pounds of oil pressure, right?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Brett Bell is the defending champion of this race in the Wonder Bar car. What did winning this race do for your career, Brett?
Well, when you win the Copper World, it's kind of like winning a Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte or similar to the Brickyard. It seems like the publicity never stopped. It's 12 months, 14 months out of the year, and it's been exactly 12 months, and we're still getting the publicity from them.
Brett Bell back out, and I believe he is still on the lead lap after that stop and go.
The proof of what he just said, we're still talking about him being defending champion, so it is a real plus to win here.
There's Brett Bell's Thunderbird.
Uh-oh. We just had a bad report. Shane Hall's out of the race. And that was under the caution. I can't imagine.
Tough break. We'll try to find out why. We're back under green with 19 of the 50 green laps complete. Ron Hornaday. Trouble in turn 1. Big crash to the inside pit wall. 3 cars are involved. Michael Alsop, provisional starter, make that 4 cars. There's number 55, Kevin Harvick out of Bakersfield. Big wave from Brett Bell to the rest of the field because we are going back to caution right away. On the restart, deep in the field, a melee in turn 1. And fiberglass every place. That's Kevin Harvick. Chris Shannon in number 32 is part of that one. And that's number 21, Bill Lawrence, out of British Columbia. Ernie, have a look here. You'll be at the top of your screen as they come down toward turn 1. Probably about where they're 4 or 5 wide there.
And they're definitely 4 or 5 wide there. Oh, looks like the black car just past start finish line must have broke a motor or something.
Everybody scatters. Yeah, that black car is number 5, Germoni. Look at the 3-car pile up there. At 61 to the list, Michael Alsop. And number 32 in it as well.
Chris Shannon almost got upside down there. That car was up on 2 wheels, and it was just a coin toss to see whether it stayed on the wheels or turned upside down. He is very lucky.
Fourth caution of the day, and we have counted 20 laps complete.
I tell you, this is a really fast racetrack, and there's going to be a lot of trouble, and it gets real narrow on this front straightaway.
Mike, when you see a car lose a motor like that down the front straightaway, when you're behind the car that has this much rear spoiler, you can see on this 21 car how much rear spoiler is on the back of that trunk. When you're down as low as the driver is in these cars, when you come up behind the car, you cannot see around. If a guy checks up, you almost automatically get in the back of him, and that chain reaction is just what you had seen just now.
Let's check with Glenn.
Well, guys, we're down in the garage area. This, I don't know what you call this. What used to be a race car belonged to Chris Shannon. The whole right side has been wiped out of the car. Chris has just crawled out of the car. Chris, can you tell us what happened out there?
Well, it seems everybody's racing to win the race on the green flag when we got only 19 laps down, and everybody's coming off the 4 there and going through the gears, and everybody wants to win the race, and they just can't stay in the line. And what do you do?
Well, it looks like you took a pretty hard hit there. Most of the right side of the car is gone.
Yeah, well, we'll get it back together and be back next week.
That's a typical short track racer. You're not going to keep him down long.
Going to keep him in the body shop for a little while.
Boy, I mean, that's a fiberglass, so those things are really easy. This part of the chassis is the hard part to fix. The bodies, you can slip them on and off.
Here's a look at your top 10 with 20 of the 50 laps complete. Dirk Stevens well up there in 6th place. Danny Crafton, Toby Porter. A little later on today, the Super Truck Series by Craftsman makes its debut with drivers like Jeff Bodine.
Get ready, buckle up, stay tuned. The NASCAR Super Trucks are up next.
Saturday, February 25th at 1 p.m. we kick off the Busch Grand National part of TNN's broadcast season. Join Darrell Waltrip, Buddy, and me for the Goodwrench 200. And then the very next day, Sunday, February 26th, Ernie Irvin will be with us for the Goodwrench 500 coverage. You'll see it live here on TNN, the network that brings you more Busch Series racing and more Super Truck racing than all other networks combined in 1995 once again. Yay. TNN is your race place for NASCAR action. Let's go to the garage. Here's Glenn.
Well, the last time that we talked to Shane Hall, he had a big smile on his face. He had finished 2nd in the Southwest Tour race at Tucson. He still got the smile on his face, not quite as big today. Shane, you were really on the move. What happened to the car?
Well, we stripped a ring and pinion on the restart. This Lubemeyer car was running great. Keith Dorton had gave us a new motor to come out here and put in. The car was great. I think we had something for him, but we'll just never know now.
Well, you seem to have taken to the racetrack. We talked to you the day before yesterday. You were a little unsure about things, but once you got some track time in, you really learned your way around here. Yeah,
we struggled a little bit when we first got here, getting off the corners. Yesterday we had a little problem in qualifying, and had to spoiler down a little bit too far. We had to go back to the Constellation. We got to run a little 10-lap race last night that helped us out a whole lot. And this car was a lot better than what it qualified, but you know, like I said, we'll never know how good it was right now.
We're getting some reports that some teams have been interested in you since seeing you in winter heat, that you've been getting some phone calls. Is that true?
We've got a few phone calls. I don't know if anything will come out of it, but you know, we'll keep hoping and praying.
Well, I think his prayers are going to be answered very soon.
I think so. The way he's been racing, he has a future in this business. We're going to go green this time with 23 laps complete. Due to the time constraints of this show, caution laps do count from here on out. So we're at 23 laps as you ride with Brett Bell, the defending champion of this race, in the Wunderbar Ford. Ron Hornaday is your leader. Rick Crawford, Garrett Evans, Bob Lyon, and Jeff Crow, the top 5.
You see them shaking the tires. That's very important on these cars to get all that excess rubber and residue off the tires there, so when they get back under green, they can get down in the corner and they won't scoot out on them.
Hornaday brings him out of 4 at pace car speed and then hits the throttle. We're back to green. Top 4 get a little bit of a break as they zip through the speedy dry.
Boy, that speedy dry. Sometimes I've often wondered if the speedy dry wasn't just about as slick as the oil that they're trying to cover up.
Well, the difference is speedy dry will dry up and blow away. The oil won't.
I tell you, Ricky Crawford come here to race today. He's giving Ron Hornaday everything he has. Right now, he's coming side by side off turn 4.
Rick Crawford in the Ford from Alabama.
Mike, I just wondered, if you're from Alabama, do you just automatically become a good race car driver? Everybody I've ever seen from that state ends up being a good race car driver.
Hornaday for the lead once again on the inside this time, under the white line, and no.
That outside line, it seems to be the quickest, definitely through 3 and 4.
Well, I think these two cars are evenly matched right now, and Ron Hornaday knows he has a race car. He can draft back up and get up under Rick Crawford if he has to. Right now, though, he's dropping a couple of car lengths off. Looks like he's losing a little ground to Rick Crawford.
Engine in turn 1. Oh, tough break for Kenny Shepard out of Merced, California. The Mission Tortilla Chips, number 95. He's negotiating with them for a full season deal. And they said if he did it up big today, they said they would sign on. So tough break for Kenny. He's a Hornaday protege. Runs one of Ron's chassis. And Gary Johnson's also helped them out over the years. And, Kenny's another young driver who's done well here at Phoenix. Has a bright future, but it's a short ending to his race today. We're under the caution for the 5th time.
And caution flags are counting now, so that's going to keep making the race get shorter and shorter.
Let's check with Glenn.
All right, guys, I've been out here a long time today, and as I said, it's 80 degrees. It's hotter than that now. I'm at the old-fashioned limeade stand. I thought it was lemonade. I don't care. There's the $3. Thank you, dear.
Glenn, that's not $3 out of the Don't Say Car When You Mean Truck Fund, is it? I hope not.
That's good.
Ernie, how warm would you say it is out there today?
80 degrees.
Boy, buddy, he catches on to this TV stuff fast, doesn't
Oh, boy, I tell you what, he likes his day job up here, huh?
Well, it's the better job that I have.
Well, Glenn said something about that being $3. Well, it was an ash can full of liquid there. He ought to pay $3. That ought to have been worth $10.
All I know is there's 9 inches of snow at home and not here. Brett Bell in the Wonder Bar car, defending winner of this race.
You see that headrest on the top of the seat here. These cars get so much side bite in the corner. About every car you see here has that headrest. A lot of drivers say, oh, I don't use those things and all. But if you notice, he's even using it on the caution there. His head's right up against it.
I'll tell you, the other thing that's happened is we found out that the headrests are actually helping somebody from getting a neck injury. And so some of the guys are actually putting the headrest on the left side, too, to keep from hitting your head on the B-pillar.
Well, we've bet and battered a few race cars here already at the Copper World Classic. We'll be right back with 28 of 50 laps complete.